Good day, students of microeconomics. The purpose of this brief video is to outline and explain what students are responsible to complete during the first week of our microeconomics class. This is week one. All week one assignments will be due by 11:59 p.m. on the 4th of November. November 4th is a Wednesday. Our class starts on Thursday. Therefore, 7 days after our class starts is 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday. This will be the approach for all of the weeks moving forward. Assignments will be due on Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. The focus of this week's class is Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, best described as the economics perspective. The definition of economics: unlimited economic wants, unlimited economic resources. The fact that resources are scarce or limited relative to economic wants gives rise to the entire field of economics. Why do we have economics? Because of this burden of scarcity. So the quiz question and the week one discussion question ask students to apply the principles and concepts of the economics perspective to an article. It is important that you understand these terms and are able to apply them to the contents of the article. There are detailed explanations of these economic principles and concepts in both the textbook and the video lectures, and of course we will cover them in class this week on Zoom meeting Thursday evening. The economics perspective outlined in Chapter 1 and the definition of economics, scarcity, choices, and costs, is explained qualitatively at first, and then using the production possibility frontier explained qualitatively, using a graph with numbers to demonstrate limitations of economic production, choices, trade-offs, and costs, and to investigate economic efficiency and the possibility for economic growth. The other terms include rational behavior, opportunity cost, marginal thinking. Most decisions in life involve changes in the status quo. It is important to weigh marginal benefits and marginal costs. Incentives and how incentives matter and change behavior. Economic events creating secondary effects. Generalizations, the ceteris paribus assumption. Micro versus macroeconomics, positive versus normative economics. The 8 economic goals: economic growth, full employment, price level stability, economic freedom, providing for those who can't provide for themselves. We call that economic security, balance of trade, and equitable distribution of income. Economic fallacies, there's 3 of these: the fallacy of composition, the post hoc fallacy, and correlation versus causation. Voluntary trade and why economists believe that voluntary trade benefits all peoples. The purpose of economic modeling, economic systems, the system of capitalism versus socialism. To some degree we talk about tradition, but all modern economies are either built under principles of capitalism or socialism. And then the last principle: you can tell an economist, but you can't tell him much, which simply means there's often much debate among economists about the best possible outcome for any question facing society. So here are the week one assignments. The first part is simple. Participate in the weekly Zoom meeting. Week one Zoom meeting, Zoom. Look forward to interacting with you all on Thursday evening. Read, yes, it's very important to read the chapters. The McConnell book can get technical at points, but it's an excellent textbook. It's important to read the chapters. I suggest students also review the instructional videos to the extent that it helps them. And of course, study the economic principles and concepts from the first 2 chapters. Here is a list of the instructional videos. You will receive this information in an email, so you can easily click on these YouTube links to watch the instructional videos to review the important principles and concepts from week one. After gaining a thorough understanding of the material, you will advance to the second assignment. Now, obviously, you don't have to do these in order. after assignment 1. So assignment 1 needs to be done first, but assignments 2, 3, and 4 you can do in any order you wish, as long as they are completed by the date on the calendar. Now, look at the Connect assignment here. Assignment number 2 says, please finish the Connect assignments. So students must sign up and will sign up. They'll receive a code for Connect through the McConnell textbook. These are online learning exercises which emphasize the important principles and concepts covered in the class. So in addition to having access to my lectures on Thursdays and instructional videos to review materials, these are another perspective, another learning tool, and most students find them educationally sound and beneficial. So there's about, let's say, 2 hours per week that you are to spend on the Connect exercises, learning the material, reinforcing the important principles and concepts. Notice that it says that the due dates when you log on, you can find the Connect assignments on the Blackboard page underneath the Connect tab on the left-hand side of the page. It says that they are due on the 27th of November. That's not true. Try to keep up. Please have them done on time by the due date, 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday after our week starts. Part 3, week 1 discussion. So before we get into the particulars about discussion, the best way for students to do well on the discussion aspect of the grade is to first familiarize yourself with the principles and concepts studied during the week. Second, review the video and or article that will be used as our springboard for discussion. So familiarize yourself with the study, the economics, the principles, the concepts, and then review in detail the article and or economic video that will be used for the discussion purpose. After having familiarized yourself with the material and getting to know the contents of the article or video, read the question thoroughly. This question asks you to read an article provided by CNBC about who will get the vaccine first. And this particular discussion question asks you to assume the position of a person working for Governor Tom Wolf. You are a health advisor to Governor Tom Wolf, and you must explain in a letter to citizens who will receive the first doses of the first available vaccine and why. Now, the most important part of your grade will be the economic rationale that you provide for this information and explanation. So, notice here it says the economic rationale behind the decision. Include as many as of those perspectives and concepts and principles from the economics perspective into your answer as possible. After you have constructed a letter, post it to Blackboard, and then you must respond to one other letter posted by a classmate. So notice down bottom it says, after constructing a letter and posting it to the week, each student must write a response commentary to the post of another student. As of right now, there are 7 people registered for this class. That means there will be 7 separate letters posted to the discussion board, and then there will be, of course, 7 responses to each of the 7 posts. Obviously, if someone has already responded or made commentary to a specific letter, don't comment on that letter. Please choose another letter which does not have a response. Now, it says for this particular assignment, please post your letter by Sunday, 5 p.m. Sunday, the 1st November, because it gives other students ample time to respond. All right. Week 1 quiz. You're going to read this article about soaring prices, rotting crops, coronavirus triggers global food crisis, and then using bullet points. Explain in detail how the contents of the article relate to the economics perspective. All right, now for both discussion questions and quiz questions, any type of essay/free response questions, always write in third person. Do not use I and do not use you when performing academic writing. So when you're engaging in academic writing, please do not use first or second person. So for instance, when you read the article about soaring prices, rotting crops, instead of saying, I think the principle of opportunity cost applies to this content because of X, Y, and Z, simply say the contents of the article relate directly to the economic principle of opportunity cost. So let's please get in the habit of writing in third person. All academic writing should be in third person unless you are taking some type of English class and they're asking for a personal journal of self-reflection. That's the rare exception. All writing is in third person. Good luck with your week 1 assignments, and I will see you on Thursday evening. If at any time during this class you need my assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out via text message or email. Text message is the fastest and easiest way to reach me.